Alright guys, so for the past few days I've been pretty much dealing with taking the axles off the wagon. So let me just give you a quick little overview of what I have done so far in order to take the engine out. First things first, you're going to want to take your axles off, and this specific nut here is giving me a big problem. I don't know if you guys can really see in there, but I've tried my best. I've broken already a flathead screwdriver in there, and I feel like it's come to the point where I have to take the rotor off and literally cut the axle nut off. If you come over to this side, came off no problems, no issues, whatever. These axles need to be replaced, so I don't care if there's any damage to the axle. Alrighty, so first things first, in order to take the rotor off, you got to take the caliper off. But let me give you guys a brief little overview on what I've done to the car so far since the last video of me installing the traction bar down there. As you can see here, the headers are on the floor. I disconnected that. I dropped the shift linkage off the transmission. Obviously it's somewhat of a mission with that little pin that's connected to the linkage. I used a little screw and a hammer, and I pretty much just hammered out the pin. It was pretty easy. It took me about 2-3 minutes to take it out. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And make sure you disconnect all the plugs, all the wires. I mean, you don't need to disconnect the spark plug wires. I'm gonna swap those out anyways. I'm also gonna swap the distributor over. A lot of things are gonna go onto the new engine. But again, the headers are off, drop the shift linkage, and now I'm in the process of again taking the axles off, which the driver's side is supposed to be an issue for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the caliper off real quick. Alright, as you can see here, I just took the caliper off along with the rotor. The tools I used was just this little old ratchet here. I used an 11/16 size socket for the two bigger bolts back there, and then the ones that pretty much hold the brakes in place, like the ones you would pull out to, I guess, do a brake pad change. I just used a little 12mm for those. So I'm gonna do my best attempt at grinding this thing away with an angle grinder. Alright, so hopefully you guys can see this. This is the little axle nut. I don't recommend doing this at all. I've pretty much exhausted all my options. I don't have an impact gun in order to take this off. I've literally tried everything. I haven't tried like torching it or heating it up and then trying to break it off, because that's just too much work. I'm just gonna go with what I have already, and hopefully this works. I'm almost done getting all the way through where the screwdriver little head broke off. So I'm gonna keep just grinding until I get there, and then hopefully this thing will come off. Alright, so after much fight, cutting, and getting extremely pissed off, we finally got it off. I ended up getting a breaker bar from my friend. I pressed the brakes, and it's finally off. And you can see that this axle is completely jacked up, but it's already jacked up back there. The boot's all torn up. Getting a new axle anyway, so yeah, there it is. So that's kind of how I took a stubborn axle nut off, because I have no patience. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Again, there's other ways to do this. This is the option I chose. I'm getting new axles anyway, so I really didn't care. So again, please like and subscribe to my channel for more stuff and more updates. Also follow me on Instagram at Automotion Pictures. Peace.